Oh, I'm newly calibrated. All shiny and clean. I'm your recent adaptation. Time to redefine me. Oh, I'm feeling better now.
And we're back. Thursday. Thirsty Thursday. Looking at Flask 147. This is the last one in my possession. So, do we go out with the bang? I mean, the last one was Octomore, so, I mean, that's... Ooh. Wow. Wow! I wonder if this is from Holland. This is very dark. Has like a... almost like a slight greenish hue to it. That is a very kind of unique color. Almost like a root beer color, but with a subtle green to it. One of the darker ones I think I've ever reviewed, or even am in possession of. Very oak. Very oak forward. I don't know if it's got a little extra juice to it, but it's one of those ones where I'm kind of looking in to see if it's burnt off any nose hairs. Yeah, definitely like oak cask forward on the smell. And then after that, maybe subtle vanilla. It's like whenever in doubt, I always doubt, but they always seem to always end up being a rye. Well, now that's got some legs going on there. Okay. Cheers. Wow. Different flavors with the that I'm not getting on the smell. Leather. Or maybe it's not as good, maybe it's just pleather. Again, I think it's either I think it's possible that it might have just a little bit more attitude than normal. Okay. Yes. Today was just like a smorgasbord of different shit. What struck my fancy? Hard to argue with the JP. Someday I'll shoot it at more than 25 yards. Then we got the Go Fast Goodie with some jewelry. And then the Megastar just is such a beast. And yes, and I was like trying to figure out where the knife collection is like taking up 3 different boxes right now, and I was just kind of looked to see what I could possibly move around. You know, of course, if I didn't keep them in the cases that they came in, they would definitely take up less space. But in the event that that I don't hang on to it, it's always nice to have the original boxes. So one of my personal. So I just kind of grabbed 3 of my personal favorites at this moment in time. Long time standing is the Real Steel. I mean, other than a fixed blade, I don't remember if this had any particular model number to it. Ostep Hell Design. I just know I really like this blade, and I carried it quite a bit. I'm also a fan of it because of the, as far as I'm concerned, my favorite design for a sheath. They just used some seatbelt material. It allows it to carry nice and low on my side. It's not just poking me in my rib cage all the time. And then, of course, this one has the ferro rod with it. So that overall, it was just such a great design. The Holtzman Bushcraft, I like this one because it has the orange liners. Definitely a beefy knife if you're going to be doing survival shit with it, batoning, and a little bit better metal on it. 1095 high carbon steel. Usually the cheaper steels, I like them more because they hold a good edge and they're easy to put an edge back on them. And then the knife that I keep saying that, how badass would this be if they just made it this and then another version of it upscaled a little bit to make it a little bit bigger. And that's the Bad Boy from Wooks. Someday I need to invest in the better sheath for it. The one that they send with it is overall, I guess it works, but it's compared to the better one that they offer, this one's kind of a joke. So that explains why I have out what I have. Coming off the the Steel Reserve was Mike saying SH for the after show party. First in the Voodoo Ranger was Bad saying Captain. Then he says Hump Day. Then he says can I sew up the top 3? Appears that way. Rich Huff says cheers all. Cheers, Rich. Then Bad says in the sun and the mud I've worked hard, not just for fun. With all the tools in my boots from dawn till the day is done. But now I drop my hat, say I'm done with all of that. Off to the new dreams I run under a different sun. Farewell, dear sight. My new journey has just begun. That was a little bit more, yes, a little bit more complicated than mine, but yeah, nice job. Phil, cold-hearted bastard, 2 thumbs up and 2 shots. Then Bad says gin and Bloody Mary mix. Sounds like a new episode of Will It Mix. It does, but right now I'm all out of anything known good. Except for a premix. and that's the Zing Zang in the can that I got from Michelle next door. Jeremy, that's why you and I get along. I day drink and you don't. Swamini, never let someone as silly as sunlight get in the way of drinking. Hey, I try to have standards, that whole strive for around noon. Now on Saturdays, there's no such thing as a little something in my coffee because either I'm running errands by myself or me and Christine are running errands and I'm driving. So, yeah, we've gone out for breakfast a few times, and if we go to the whatever the hell it's called, the social club, they have a Bloody Mary bar, and when you have your pickings of everything from green olives to sticks of bacon, wonder what they'd say if you filled your glass up with just sticks of bacon and just splashed a little Bloody Mary mix in there. I'd probably be a financial loss, but they'd make it up on the other Bloody Marys for the day. Okay. Yeah, I don't know if I want to jump in and say this is a rye, but I kind of want to say this is a rye. Little sweetness up front with it that time. And like I said, it has a real heavy smell of just like the oak cast that it was in, but taste-wise, I get more of a leathery. Okay. Technically speaking, I should be able to get a hold of him easier now. Flask 147. I think it's a rye. The problem is anything that I have is not doesn't have doesn't really, just has just a whiskey look to it. It doesn't have maybe a little bit more octane to it. And what do I give it? I don't know. I'll go with I'm glad it's in a smaller flask because it's smooth, and I feel it has a little it just seems like it has a little extra ponies to it. But would I get it again? Probably not. I kind of put it in the middle of the road. It is smooth. Doesn't taste bad. Well, as I'm halfway through what I poured, I'm thinking I'm giving it a 5. Okay. Wait for the response. Wait for the flash. Have a specialty holster made for this. Now I can say as much as I would want to, I just don't see a scenario where, I mean, in the world of perfection, you know, where you win the lottery and you buy shit like this and like 6 at a time, if you can find it, you would have to, you know, this would be another thing you'd have to kind of go back in time. It's very unlikely that you are going to find something like this pop up on the market, let alone in the shape that this thing is in. It is just so gorgeous, and it shoots so nice. I mean, it's definitely doesn't have the overall feel of a 10 millimeter. Probably, like Matt said, probably because it weighs more than a cast iron skillet. But its beefiness and you compare the barrel on this, they definitely said, oh yeah, some of you companies are having a hard time keeping your guns from coming apart. Hold my beer. Watch this. Chances are, no matter how you load, you're probably never gonna break a Megastar. Smile money? Well, several South states removed Lincoln from the ballot just prior to the Civil War. Yeah. Well, all I can say is, if you think that Donald Trump doesn't have a chance at kicking your ass, then why are the libtards so afraid? Like, waking up and seeing those about to hit you in the face. Going in style. Smile money, mysterious internal bleeding miraculously stopped when the gerbil was freed. Machine Gun Buck 556. Get ready for a civil war? Or get drunk? Or get drunk and get ready for a civil war? Either way, I guess. Let's see, Mr. Buck. Joined October 13th, 2018. Either has no subscribers or doesn't show any subscribers, doesn't have any content. I don't know if I don't know if he's friend or foe, but he ended with this. So I want to like him. Poco, 5 thumbs up, 0 thumbs down. I'm guessing no show host. Smile money. Merry Christmas, Ebenezer Grinch. Glad to see you in a holiday spirit. Well, Smile money. Yeah, I'm not apologetic for. I am who I am, and that is all that I am. That eats me spinach. Yeah, it gets it's. Yeah, I mean, if you're not allowed to have moments where things get you down. I mean, I still showed up to have some fun. I already know what I've used for the intro song, and I guess it's appropriate. Salty? Hey, Mr. Tambourine Man, play a song for me. In a jingle jangle morning, I'll come following you naked. Poco K1 wasn't my first choice. Mike says cheers. Cheers, Mike. Poco, yep. B coin made in China sounds about right. A Biden coin made in China. No, Smile, I don't know what would be appropriate with that. 100 yards for a coin that size with anything that I would bring to that party. So I guess it would have to be the 300-yard coin. I guarantee you them. See, these guys that can hit shit at that kind of distance, I got a lot more respect on just, that's the ER-25 from US Optics. Needless to say, they don't just give that scope away. And even at 300 yards, it's not like I would probably get an idea maybe where the coin is. I don't even know. I don't know. I don't know, maybe someone with younger eyes, it works out better. Poco, yep, you think the same. That's what I appreciate about you. Thanks, Poco. Mike, I was born in Denver, Colorado, but they turned liberal in the 90s. Yeah, it's quite obvious that Colorado's a shithole. I wonder why so many companies are leaving. Hillrock, Hudson Valley Ultimate Bourbon. 4 experience, 2023, 58%. So yes, it does have a little extra poop to it. Hillrock, Hudson Valley Ultimate Bourbon. See, some of these are a real gray area. I mean, I realize that in order to call yourself a bourbon, it has to be at least 51% made from corn. Now, I'm not getting that typical bourbon-esque. Let's see here. Oops. Let's see what else I can find out. Why is nothing working out for me? What? Oh my God. Seriously? Let me try that again. Just hold, please. Let me try this again. Hillrock. Wow. Who makes Hillrock? Led by owner Jeffrey Baker and renowned master distiller David Pickerel. Well, the only one that has the look that has is this one right here. No reviews. It's out of stock. Expert rating 89. Wow. some of this stuff, some of these companies really have some over-the-top stuff. Like, I got a bottle of Whistle Pig, but this one's 15-year-old straight rye whiskey, and it's $250 bottle. But according to this wasn't cheap. Like from what I found, matching that entry and that color, $250 is the bottle for sale that I found. Okay, I also got a card today. I don't recognize any of the information. I don't know if this is like, I have no idea what it is. I just brought it down here with me. Guess we're both gonna find out together. Oh, it's just a fancy advertiser. Friday, November 24th. What? Missed Black Friday, no problem. One case of $280, 115 grain Magtech 9mm. Bring this mailer in the store and you'll be eligible to purchase a case of 9mm for $279.99. Unfortunately, right now, if I have any extra money, it's going towards my car, because I have plenty of time to save up to give Sam the money that she needs for the head gaskets. And like Smile Money's already pointed out, Smile Money, I have a whole zero missing from my total bill, which is great when your daughter is a Subaru mechanic. But I'm sorry, you can say whatever you want. Your opinion is just great. But I will never, ever own a vehicle in northern Minnesota that does not have a remote start. And Samantha's buddy, actually she has two of them, but this one kind of specializes in remote starts in Subarus, and I got a price for the unit that he says is the only one that he put in my car, and Sam says that they're not cheap, but she goes, when people come in with no start, check engine light, vehicle dies while running, and it turns out to be that they put in a remote start, and she says the computer that's in your car has a little bit more of an issue playing around, playing with other remote starts, and that her buddy will only stand behind the one that he quoted to me. And in all fairness, I think it's basically the exact same price that I paid for the Astro that was in my my previous Dodge, that was in my Toyota that I had moved to the Dodge. And either way, it's well, I started thinking about it, going, now did she give me the price for just the starter? And Christine said, I can guarantee you that's only the price for the starter. It does not include the labor to put it in. I'm like, oh shit. Sam, out of curiosity, is this the total, or is this just for the electronics? She says, nope, this was the price that he said that he would put the one and only one that he would put in a Subaru Impreza and stand behind it. If anything goes wrong, he will warranty it. I'm like, and Sam goes, and trust me, he does. Doesn't bullshit. If something goes wrong, he will be right there to take care of it. So I'm like, okay. Now I'm like, I wonder if he's in the Second Amendment shit. I don't really want to get rid of it, but I at this point in time, if I have to make a decision, I would. I have the Navy edition Walther with the threaded barrel. I would consider selling that to cover the cost of the remote start installed in my car. I mean, technically speaking, I would like to have all this shit done before I even take possession of the car, but I may be taking the car this weekend, depending on what she's had the time to finish up on it. Cheap old gun guy. The red and the white and the starry blue is freedom, shield, and hope. And
Fuck Joe Biden! Fuck Joe Biden! Fuck Joe Biden!
is just a given. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Fuck Joe Biden! 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 Fuck Joe Biden!
Hey, hope the algorithms are listening, WokeTube.
Fuck Joe Biden! 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 Fuck Joe Biden!
He says, that was the little fuck Joe Biden that could. Mike says, nice shirt, my brother. I don't remember which one I was even wearing. Mike says, 30 minutes, 19 seconds, bite your tongue, fucker. I'm a left-handed person. Unless you are talking about the non-2A people. What? I don't think I'd be saying something about a left-handed person. Lefties are pieces of shit. Yes, I'm talking about liberals, not... Settle the fuck down, Mike. Cobra says J5. J5 is a hit. Now we know what we know. And then he says P.S.
Fuck Joe Biden! Fuck Joe Biden! Fuck Joe Biden!
McLean, say Eric, you gonna get out of here? Oh, you want to get out of here. Well, at this rate, I definitely, at some point in time, me and Christine are trying to develop an escape plan, but either way, we are ensconced in this liberal shithole. I'd have a hard time leaving the area because of my sister, and I do have a great relationship with Christine's brother and dad. So, but Christine's like she doesn't want to go anywhere as long as her father's alive. if he needs any help of any kind. But yeah, Minnesota is just, I mean, it's always been liberal. I realize that, but now that they have total power and can push through whatever they want, all I can say, when it comes to the Second Amendment, you can push through whatever you want. It won't change a fucking thing to me. And there's only a few new purchases since the new law's taken effect, and that means everything else I have, you can go fuck yourself, state of Minnesota. Wade, why lie and claim that your job was enjoyable? The only job that I can think of which might be fun is being a judge at a blowjob contest. Even some liberals are criticizing the Colorado Supreme Court's ruling, calling it election interference and unconstitutional. Well, you're obviously a libtard if you think it's anything but that. You're obviously, like I've already said, you're afraid. Any candidate that you have to go through such extremes to make sure that we, the people, can't vote for them? If you think that nobody's going to be voting for them, then why are you going through such measures? What, are you afraid that the fraud that you pulled last time can't be duplicated again? Yes. EMT January 6th is just in case Cobra didn't sink it. J6. J6 is a hit. And it sank. And that puts EMT. Oh, it is. We literally have Sharky with 2, Poco with 2, and EMT with 2. And yet, the game continues. The mat board. I can't even remember. Is it Cobra or is it EMT actually owns the rights to the next game? Because I screwed up and let Matt. Oh, hang on. I would say it looks like it's Poco. Sorry. What did I say? Poco has the next board. EMT has the one following that. And Matt, I don't want to lie, fucked both of you over because it was my fault. I mean, it wasn't like Matt said, I get to go next. I was like, it's all on me. I take it back, Matt. Fuck off. Settle the fuck down. And then EMT says,
Fuck Joe Biden! 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 Fuck Joe Biden!
Matt says, can totally tell Eric spent the morning with me. I may have given him too much pregame. No, I could have used more, Matt. As a true professional, I was still able to get it done. Definitely could have used more. But like I said, before Matt made me a sandwich, I had nothing but coffee up to that moment in time. She looked so innocent. I could tell just by looking at her face that she'd make a great single mother. So there was beers, and then more beers, and then some more beers, and then a beer, and then a shot of Johnny Walker, and then some more beer. It's that's fine. I mean, it all worked out. I don't care. I made it. I didn't even have to take a nap. You know what's funny? This just got released. What age group naps more than any other age group? The millennials. Yeah, I really don't nap. I mean, I could perpetuate laziness. I mean, my first day of staying home because of this, I watched 17 episodes of Alone season 4. The one where they finally grouped 2 family members together. They had one get dropped off to set up camp, and they dropped the other one off 10 miles away in British Columbia. It was like this. I have never seen a situation like this shit. The island, Vancouver Island, is basically covered in what looks like tree vine. I don't remember what the species is, but can you imagine having to walk 10 miles through shit that is like nothing you've ever seen? Yeah, 17 episodes. And I have to say, we started a new series, and I don't know how they can I mean, I guess they can make another story for her, but it's called Murder at the End of the World, and it is a Hulu exclusive. If you like whodunit, murder, mysteries, that kind of shit, and good acting, good actors, Clive Owen is one of the people in it. It's been very captivating. The girl, Emma, what the hell's her last name? Emma something with a C. She looks a lot like Jodie, a young Jodie Foster. Matt again. Marines jumping on the Trump banning wagon. So I hadn't heard anything about that, Matt. Does that mean that they are libtards, and that they, as someone protecting this country, they actually believe that, first of all, the fucking bullshit clause of Article 14, Section 3, where is it? Yeah. Is all having to do with the Civil War. First of all, Trump hasn't been charged with insurrection, which was a bunch of bullshit. Anybody that listened to the speech that he gave, if you think that he was trying to be part of an insurrection, you're part of an fuck you. Because what a bunch of shit. And then you got people that just went, but because they got video footage, news footage or something, like if I went and I was just standing there, there's a good chance that I would be in prison right now for just being there. What a fucking banana republic we have. I'm sorry, if you don't think at this point in time that protecting our freedoms hasn't moved up to DEFCON, what is it? Is it DEFCON 0 is really bad, or is it DEFCON 4 or 5? I never understood the whole DEFCON thing. But either way, the loss of freedom that I've seen in the short amount of time that I've given a shit about politics is impressive. What's more impressive is the number of people that do nothing. And of course, here's an example of the ones that maybe tried and showed up just to voice their opinion on the 2020 election, and they're all being imprisoned. Banana Republic. Banana Republic. The Democratic Party is no better than any third world country. Sharky cheers all. Riding a shotgun I didn't shoot. It might be me, but I'm sensing the trend. Sharky, great speech. Maybe want to add something like, Greggy Poo, I did it for you, you prick. Yeah, he's not going to be happy, but I'm really at a point where, I'm done. I got two possibilities right now. One is to go work for the company my brother-in-law works for. I mean, no matter where I go, the money's going to suck in comparison to now, but... And, of course, the other one was, Sam was like, I can get you in up at Subaru as a cleaning guy, and now that's even a bigger hit. But, rightfully so, is one of my brothers, my family member, pointed out that at this point in time, who gives a fuck how much you're making? Get out of where you're at. And I don't know why I would want to do that. I mean, it's, maybe if more parts of my body fell off, that would be great. Sharky 1215. Now that's my favorite all-you-can-eat place, and even comes with a complimentary pizza slice. Sweet. I know a few of you guys are like obsessed with her. She's like okay, but I don't know. I mean, I'm not saying that little chow time wouldn't be a good idea. Sharky, speaking of current Disney being woke, old Walt is turning in his grave. As he can't be further from this woke bullshit to the extreme and then some more further from it. I just don't see Walt himself having anything to do with the kind of bullshit that's going on right now. Then he says, SH, nice fun bags. I hope your weak hand trigger finger is doing better. It looked like crap. And then he says SH again. What? SH, oh man, she likes Chuck. Took me a good minute to notice that. Notice the tact. Is she still amongst us, or did he move on to onto a fiery plane? Well, as far as I know, Chuck is still with us. I bet I'll ask Hazman 440. I mean, for God's sakes, the last time Chuck actually left a comment in a brewery review where he basically told me sayonara because I didn't accept the baby Jesus into my heart and my soul and read some Bible verses to you, and he said that I was going to hell and goodbye and he wasn't going to come back, and I was like, fuck, it was that easy all along? This is a guy that used to like go down to his hunting shack or whatever, and I'm sure he was down there just discussing all sorts of shit with the baby Jesus, but like in typical fashion, one minute you're a fucking piece of shit, and then you got the baby Jesus, and if everybody else doesn't got the baby Jesus, they're useless shit. That's called cynics. And I think some of the biggest I wouldn't want to fucking be like you people out there are these holy rollers. Because if you actually follow the word of God and respect the baby Jesus, I know, Gunwild, you're going to be pissed. Oh, please hold. Sorry about that. I had to become a tech guy. Did I read all? fire plane. Oh yeah, we were just talking about Chuck. The hypocrite, hypocrito. Let's go to the club. Let's go to the club with the full auto bottle opener. The one that totally messed with the TSA. Still works. Wow, a lot of comments. 42 minutes ago, God told me the club was open, or maybe it was the devil. All the voices in my head sound kind of the same. I bet you those taste great. Ed, miss ya. Then he says, howdy, clubbers. Then Bad says, Eric, what's Santa bringing you for Christmas? Hopefully nothing, because that's what I purchased for everybody else this year. Well, actually, Christine got stuff for the kids. I just said I don't want to exchange stuff. I mean, if it was actually Santa, I mean, I would like a remote start. But I just don't see that happening. Bad, you get the new to you car home yet? Not yet. Mike says SH for the after show party. And Bad says Merry Christmas, Gilliand. Smile Money, cheers, Christmas clubbers. Bad says Merry Christmas, Smile Money. YouTube keeps removing this. Odd. Oh, evidently you're not allowed to say Merry Christmas. I won't let the Season's Greetings or whatever group get Merry Christmas. A whiskey review and multi-gunman isn't even here. What a dick. Salty, double nakedness is the way. I'm okay with that. Smile Money. Eric, if you work as an independent contractor, do you need to give yourself 2 weeks notice? Fuck no, Smile Money. Smile Money. Same thing, somehow got double tapped. Then he says, most of us think that tomato juice is the all-natural remedy for skunk spray, but that's actually a myth, says the American Bartenders Association. I didn't think it was. Now, if you use that Kickled Mary, your skunk would smell like it rolled in a garlic farm. Smile Money has the last comment, and that's it. Lights green, baby. Trap's clean. Okay, probably tomorrow be hanging out. John's on vacay, so the only chance of a show would be to do YouTube live. John does not like letting go of the keys of the kingdom anymore. Hey John, if you did let the alternative director sit in, at least you wouldn't have to worry about your microphone being low. Okay guys, cheers. Should see you tomorrow. Nighty night.